Hey class, I wanted to briefly show you what you're going to be doing, and I'm going to actually do the first part on my sheet, which you'll be doing, just so you'll have a clear idea of what we're doing for this lab. There's certain parts of it that are tricky, so definitely pay attention for what you're going to do. I also want to give the instruction that if you have a question, read your instructions first. If at first you don't understand your instructions, ask your partner or ask another person. If both of you can't find the answer, then come grab me or Mr. Conroe. So for the first part of this lab, if we read through it, it asks us to find the focal length of a mirror. Now in the convex lens lab, we did the same thing. Remember, we put the lens far away, we put a little sheet of paper, we were able to get the picture. We're going to do the same thing here. But remember, since it's a mirror, it reflects light. And so what we're going to do is just take off our mirror from the stand, and we're going to point the concave, or the curved side that's coming in, towards the window. And then once you do that, you're going to then just move your image closer. You're going to want to look at this side. Oh. So once you get your image, use your meter stick and use the centimeter side. And so once you get your image, for example, it's really sharp right there. And so that is 11 centimeters away. So the focal length that we're going to write in our sheet of paper, the measured focal length is 11 centimeters. So it says here in step 1, once you have the focal length, place your mirror back, and we're going to want to place our mirror at 10 centimeters. And it says to move the candle a distance 3f away from your mirror. So if our focal length is 11 centimeters, 11 times 3 is 33. So we're going to come 10, 20, 30, 33 centimeters away from our mirror. Once you have that, go ahead and record that also on your paper. And then once you're ready, Mr. Hunter or I or Mr. Conroe will come and will light your candle. And what you're going to do now is you're going to take your index card or your sheet of paper, and we're going to find the image of the lens, or image of the mirrors, excuse me, it's not a lens. So we can tell that it's going to reflect light off. Now for this first part, I'm just going to tell you now that your image is going to be between your candle and between your mirror. So if your image is way out here, beyond the candle, we did something wrong. So with the image, you might actually have to twist your mirror just like this. If you come around here. Oh. We're going to have to twist the mirror, and if you notice, I could see my candle a little bit, and I'm just twisting the mirror to try to get it to stay on the sheet. And so once we have it on the sheet, what we're going to do is we're going to move our screen further and closer away, and we're going to try to get the candle in focus. Once we have the flame in focus, which is about right there, we're going to record the distance from our screen to our mirror. This is called our image distance. And so if I look down, that distance is approximately 71, 81, 10, 87. So it is 86. Not 86.
16?
16 centimeters. So I'm going to come here on my sheet and write 16 centimeters. And then for the next part, it's asking me, is the image bigger, smaller, or the same size as the flame? And when I look at it, it looks a lot smaller. So on the other side, there's a table, and we're going to fill this information in. So our SO centimeters was 3 times F is 33. And the image distance that I found was 16 centimeters. The image height was smaller. And so with my calculator, I'm going to take the reciprocal of SO, which is 1 over SO, so 1 divided by 33 equals 0.0303, and then I'm going to do 1 over SI, so 1 divided by 16 equals 0.0625, and then I'm going to add these two values together, which is right here, is what this next box is asking for.
to sit down after the conversation.
And the last box is asking for you to take put 1 over this number and find that value. So So this is essentially 1 over. And I get 10.77. And so now we're going to repeat this same experience, but instead we're going to put our candle at 2F, and then we're going to put our candle at 1.5F, and our candle at F. So this is essentially how you're going to start your lab. And if you have any questions, once again, read your instructions, ask a friend, and then ask Mr. Hunter or Mr. Conroe if you both can't figure it out. Thanks.